I don't know if this shows in camera, but it's 2 hours later and there's still some serious heat coming out of this stove. I don't know if you can see it. You could still be cooking on this thing 2 hours later. That was with the pallet wood I had in there. I don't want to show you, I'll burn the camera. That's still quite hot. Amazing. This little stove can burn a long time on a load. Didn't do a lot of video today at all, but I did do some wheeling and dealing this morning. And I've got this bathroom sink from my neighbor. I really like it. It's almost like a clamshell look on the sink, and real brass faucet, real brass knobs, and a real actual brass drain all the way through. The drain is brass all the way through. The connections on the bottom are solid brass. So I worked a deal with my neighbor and got this for my bathroom. I really like it. I want to have all secondhand and vintage style things in my house. So I figured this is a very good fit for the bathroom of my tiny house on wheels. I really thought it was cool, and wheeling and dealing for secondhand stuff, and the sink is in really good shape. So the sink itself is perfect. The wood, interesting enough, this is real solid wood, this countertop, and I don't know if I could refinish it. It's got some rot around the faucet, so I don't know if it's possible to refinish that or not. I'll take it apart and have a look, but I think that's pretty bad right there. Unfortunate, because otherwise the countertop itself could be refinished, because that is just solid pine, and that would have been perfect to use it as is. But again, I'll have a look at it. And the wood over on this side is separated. I don't know how that is, but right here it has separated a little, so I'm not sure if it's fixable or not, but I'll have a look. But the sink is definitely a good deal. So there is my bathroom sink for my tiny house on wheels. Again, carrying on the spirit of do-it-yourself and haggling and barter for a tiny house. It fits right in. Spent the last hour attempting to make a tent over my tiny house to protect it from the elements, and I'm failing miserably. This is something else you cannot really do alone. And with a cheap tarp, cheaply made, this is what happens when you try to put something through the grommets and try to put a stake through it like this. It doesn't work. This is just not going to happen. I thought, well, it'd be better to get that off the floor of my house so that the ants don't decide to make a nest underneath it between that and the wood, and so that the floor doesn't try to mildew on me. But this isn't happening. This tarp just is not strong enough to work for this. It just isn't working, not at all. I'm ripping holes in it and shredding it, and I'm going to ruin the tarp. It's not going to happen. So I'm going to undo it and put it back how it was for the night. At least it was protected before. And if I rip holes in this tarp, then I'm done. I just wasted a good hour, I guess. But yeah, that's not happening. I was driving some stakes in the ground. This is some old treated lumber I had used for the skirting for my old camper. But I sort of had a good start, and I thought this is going to work out. And then when I got to the other side and I tried to put tension on this tarp, everything started falling apart and ripping on me. It just is, it's not going to work. It's too cheap. It is not designed to have a lot of tension on it. So, put it back how it was. Well, so much for that idea. I thought it was a good idea, but this is the best idea. use the tarp the way the cheap thing was designed to be used, laying flat with straps just keeping it on in place. And it's been this way for a few weeks, so I guess a few weeks more can't kill it. That's how it's gonna be. I tried. But thanks for the ideas, guys. It sounded like a good idea, but guess not.